Class 11th. Welcome to the online tutorial sessions for business studies. I am Avinash Lambert and I am going to teach you business. In today's video, we are here to continue our second chapter, which is forms of business organization, and we are going to start the new topic, which is joint stock company, or in short you can call it company. So today we are going to start the company. Now the joint stock company is suitable for operating business on a large scale. All those large scale business organization, those are the companies. They are more suitable for the larger scale. Their capital is larger. They have huge amount of money. They are the larger ones which performs the business activities on a larger scale. Now, the definition. It is a voluntary organization in which the people join them according to their will. If they are eager to join, if they are willing to join, they can join the association. Fine. So it is a voluntary association of individuals for profit. They join these organizations for profit purpose. The only motive is for profit. Now, having a capital, whatever amount of capital the joint stock company has, that is divided into transferable shares. Suppose these companies have 1 crore rupees of capital. Now that 1 crore rupee has been invested by so many numbers of members, which are known as shareholders. Fine. So this capital is divided into various shares, and share can be according to the amount of capital contribution by the shareholder. Suppose I am a shareholder of a company and I have invested 10 lakh rupees. In the total 1 crore rupees, I have invested 10 lakh rupees. So my total share will be, my value of share will be 10 lakh rupees. Now, the ownership. Let's talk about the ownership. The ownership of which is the condition of membership. If you are a member, if you are the member of the joint stock company, then you are the owner of it. If you are the shareholder of the joint stock company, then you are the owner of that joint stock company. Now, the joint stock company is registered under the Companies Act 2013. Fine. It is registered under the Companies Act 2013. Now students, let's start with the features of the joint stock company. Now what are the features? The first feature is that it is an artificial person. It is an artificial person. A company is created by law. The law creates it. It's not created by some people. No, it is created by law. So it is an artificial person, having no body, no soul, no conscience. It is an artificial body which is created by law. But it has no body, no soul, no conscience, but like a natural person, like you and me, like us, like a natural person, a company can own property. They can own property. The joint stock company can buy the property in its name, in the name of the joint stock company. It can incur debts. There can be debts in the name of joint stock company. The joint stock company can borrow the money. The people, the owners, the members don't have to borrow the money. The company can borrow the money in the name of the company. It can enter into contracts. It can sue. It can file cases on anybody, and those people can sue it back. Anyone can sue the joint stock company. They can file a case against the joint stock company. So it can conduct a lawful business. The joint stock company can conduct a lawful business. So this is your first feature, which is the artificial person. Now the second one is separate legal existence. As you know that company is created by the law. So after the corporation, after it has been registered under the Companies Act 2013, a company acquires, it achieves the quality of a separate legal entity. It becomes separate from the members or from the owners. So it has a separate legal entity. It is something else. It is something under the eyes of the law. In the eyes of the law. Now, the assets and liabilities of the company are separated from those of its owner. There are assets, there are liability in the name of the joint stock company. They won't be under the name of the owners of the company. So, the assets and liabilities of the company are separated from those of its owners. Now, the third one is formation. Formation. Now, the formation is very time consuming. It takes a lot of time and it has a very complex procedure which you will study in this chapter after a few videos. Now, it is time consuming and it has a very complex procedure as many documents and legal formalities are there which are done before it can start functioning, and it is done under the Companies Act 2013. Fine. Now let's come to the other features of the joint stock company. Students, the fourth feature of the joint stock company is the perpetual successions. Now, it means that members may come or members may go, but the company remains forever. No matter how many members come, how many members leave the company, but the joint stock company, but the company remains forever. Fine. It doesn't matter if anyone is leaving or any member has died or what else has happened to him, the company will remain forever unless a specific procedure of winding up. Unless and until the company has filed for the procedure of winding up to end that company, unless and until the company will remain there. And only law can start it and only law can end it. Fine. Law can start it and law ends it. So this is the perpetual succession, that members may come, members may go, but the company will remain forever. It is the law who starts it and it will be the law who will end it. Now the next one is fifth, control. Control means who is the owner. Fine. So it is owned by the shareholders. How many shareholders are there? All those members are the owner of the company. Now these shareholders elect their representatives. They elect, because there are so many shareholders, they are scattered in the whole country. They can be anyone. So to represent them, they select or they elect their representatives who are known as board of directors. We have seen in the movies that the board of director meeting going on. So all these board of directors are the members, are the representatives which are elected by the shareholders. Now these board of directors, they manage and control the activities of the business. These board of directors, they manage and control the activities. How? By appointing professionals and experts. They hire the professionals, they hire the experts, and they manage and control the activities by appointing the professionals and the experts. Now the sixth one is risk bearing. Now the risk of losses is borne by all the shareholders. Obviously the money is incurred, the money has been invested by the shareholders, so the risk of losses will also be borne by the shareholders. They contribute at the time of huge debts. Whenever there is a huge debt, then in that case they contribute personally also. Now liability. Seventh one is liability. Liability in all the cases like that, liability to the extent of the capital contribution. How much the shareholder is liable? Up to the extent of their capital contribution. Suppose I have invested 10% of the total capital investments, the total capital contribution, then the liability will also be 10% for me. Now, creditors can settle their claims against the assets of the company because company has a separate legal entity. Therefore, the creditors can claim the assets. They can ask them to sell your assets and give us back the money. So the creditors can settle that claim against the assets of the company. But still, if there are huge losses, then shareholders also contribute. Fine? Understood? Now, the eighth one, which is common seal. Now, common seal means that stamp which can be put up on the paper as a signature or as a symbol. Fine? So, common seal is that only. Now, being an artificial person, because the company is an artificial person, it cannot sign, it cannot make a signature. Therefore, there is a need of a stamp or a common seal with its name engraved on it. There must be a proper name. The name of the company must be engraved on it. Now, if any document doesn't have this seal, this common seal, it does not bear the common seal, then it does not bind to the company. If any document, if any member has signed on that, it won't be accepted as by that company because it doesn't have the common seal. It must have a common seal, otherwise it will not be binding on the company. Now the last one is transfer of shares. Now shareholders have the right, they can transfer their shares to the other person. Suppose I have taken the, I have the shares of this company and I want to sell it to my friend. So I can transfer my shares to the person in the open market, in the open market or in the stock exchange where the shares are transferred, they are sold and purchased. I can share that, I can sell that on the current prices, at the current prices, whatever the prices, whatever the rates of that share is in the market, I can sell it. You have seen in the news that the shares of the company such and such has decreased, so people are going to buy that or they are selling that. So this is the power of shareholders, that they can transfer their share. Whenever they want, they can buy the shares, and whenever they want, they can sell their shares in the open market or in the stock exchange at the current prices. Now students, that's all for today's video. I hope you have understood a lot today, and make sure to take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of the previous notes also, and do complete your notes by today only. So students, that's all for this video. Stay home, stay safe, and see you soon.